Well, good evening, everybody. Hello, hello. Y'all, I done sat here. I went ahead and planned to do the live, and the puppies are laying down, and I got up on the bed and sat up here to put the laptop up here, and I done sat here and got sleepy as heck. Shardae's laying in my lap, so I have the computer all the way down here by my knees. Oh, you gonna move now? You gonna move now? We're kicking it, baby. Big old belly. The puppy's at the corner using the end of my headboard as a, or footboard as a pillow, as he was up under me. And Sade made a move so she could lay up under me. Well, hello everybody. Hello, hello. Why in the heck are y'all up so late? I had a long nap today, let me tell you. I didn't get up until about 6. Well, I was up this morning for a little bit and then went back to sleep and didn't get up till 6 o'clock. I didn't have to work, so I was knocked out. And I still, like, when I woke up, I still felt tired. So after this live, I'm going to go to sleep and get me some much needed rest. Because I wasn't just tired. That's why I'm like, I'm going to do a live, just talk to him. Because I know you guys have been wanting a live like this just to talk and hang out. Um, and I haven't done one. But I'm like, I'm going to do a live, just for a little bit, talk to everybody. But now I done got sleepy, y'all, sitting on this bed. And the puppy, Sade, got her big old head on my lap, making me even more comfortable. She'll mess around and hit buttons. Hello, hello. Oh, I'm sorry, Crystal Switchy Eye. Those are absolutely horrible. Definitely sending prayers, baby. Go to the hospital if you need to. They can give you a shot of something. Think it's what is it called? Excedrin, maybe? Or is that I don't know if that's what they give you or not. Something similar though, if it's not that. I need to sit up, y'all. I'm about to fall asleep. Let me sit up. I done got super sleepy laying here. Thought I'd get comfortable. Now I'm sitting here getting tired. Drinking this dang old Mountain Dew. Y'all, I done gained 5 pounds. I said this the last day I'm drinking Mountain Dew. Hey, hey, what's up, what's up? Well, that's good, Crystal Switchy. I hope it helps, baby. Just make sure you got all your lights off and maybe take a warm towel and put it over your eyes. What's up, Val? Well, I don't really have anything important to do other than if the mods that are here, I just wanted to, because some of the mods I don't have contact with outside of the lives. So I kind of wanted to just kind of touch on a little bit because I did watch last night's live and, I know that there are mods that are new, and they're not used to what we do, basically. And since I don't have any contact with them outside of here, it's kind of hard to tell them. Um, hopefully they watch this part. But how can I put this? If when it comes to blocking and timing people out and deleting comments, there is a thin line between someone having their own opinion and someone being rude and disrespectful. I know there's a very thin line with that. What you guys may take as disrespectful, I may not, or I may not care enough, you know? So our first instinct should not to be to automatically put them in timeout or block them. Our first instinct is to just kind of let them talk and see what all happens, see what all they say, you know? Um, and then if it starts to get, you know, very rude, very disrespectful, you know, whatever, then I'll block them. But yesterday, a lot of people got put in timeout that did not have to be. We were having a conversation. I had said what I said, so they had a right to say what they wanted to say. Um, I'm not mad at anybody or anything like that. I just feel that, you know, not everything needs to be timed out. You know what I'm saying? Hey, hey. Yeah, all and not everybody needs to be timed out. There was way too much going on last night in that live. And I know that a lot of you were frustrated, but just just kind of use a little bit better judgment before you go timing people out, you know, because they do have a right to say what they want to say. Another thing that I noticed in last night's live were the instant attacks on Rooster. When I came on here to read those comments, I was not doing it to jump on anybody or to bash anybody or anything like that. I was doing it because, for one, I was upset. And for two, I wanted to ask, why is it that these comments aren't getting deleted, but or them kicked out, but yet other people are getting kicked out of their groups and all that stuff, you know, when they say stuff about Ashley. Also, because I did not know how to get a hold of Rooster, even though I probably wouldn't have. I probably would have subbed it alive. But I was just like hurt by what even she said. And I wanted to clarify with them, with all of them, even Alpha, that they weren't undermining me, you know, and that we're supposed to be working together. So I took it as a hit, like, oh, okay, so they're trying to say that what I'm doing isn't credible. You know what I'm saying? I understand that search was done on a free site. I get it. And I know that that warrant and that arrest could have been taken care of already. And the site's just not updated with it. Very well could be. But at some point, she had that charge. Okay. The warrant may be gone, but at some point, she had that charge and warrant connected to her. Um, and the only reason I even showed that, it was because she's always talking crap about my record, you know. So I'm like, oh, so you want to talk crap about my record, but look at yours, type of thing. But if it is all incorrect on there, if I was her, like I told her yesterday, I would contact the county and the state that it happened in, because she knows what county and state it happened in, and ask them, why is it still showing up connected to her name? You know, if in fact all that stuff has been taken care of, you know. But I just want you all to get along, okay? Even if you don't like each other, just fake it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just fake it. Just, it's less stressful that way. And I know our first instinct when someone is talking crap about me, you guys' first instinct is to jump on them. I know that. but we don't want to be like them. Okay. So kill them with kindness. Just, hey, look, they want to talk mess. All right. Either just ignore them or make maybe a funny, smart comment back. Or if it's way too disrespectful, then we'll get rid of them. And I have since talked to Rooster. I've talked to Christy. Um, so I mean, it's okay now, but you know, I was just taken back by those comments. I never want to make anyone look like a fool. I never want anybody to have this reputation. I never want to have a reputation out there of not having the correct information on stuff, or not having, reliable information on people and stuff like that. I never want that type of reputation. I have shown stuff that have been wrong before. Yes, we all have. We all have said things that were wrong before. Yes. But I've always apologized and changed it and fixed it the best I could. I'm not perfect by no means. I also don't watch Ashley like that. I don't. Most of the videos that I react to her on are blind reactions, meaning I'm reacting to them before I even watch them because they were either sent to me or somebody like just told me like, "Hey, go to this live, you should watch this type of thing." I can't watch her like that. I just can't. And as far as the Beta Hunters Facebook group, that's their group. That's their page. I can't control what they do. I can't control what they say. I can't control what they allow and what they don't allow. Um, if you get blocked in there, I would, screenshot what you said. Well, you probably won't be able to have enough time to do that, but you know, I don't know, but it's you guys. They have their rules and I have mine. My only rule is for you to thumbs up the video and make sure you're subscribed to the channel, which are both free of charge, and be kind to each other. If we get a troll in here that wants to talk stuff, we might mess around with them. You know what I'm saying? But if they're like extremely, extremely disrespectful, and it's obvious that they're disrespectful, then I'll block them. Okay. But last night, the repeated timing out of Christy was uncalled for. Okay. And no, I'm not mad. Okay. I'm just saying that's an example. She was trying to speak her side on it. You know what I mean? And yes, it may have sounded rude. Yes, it may have sounded like she was getting smart, but you got to think about it. She was put on the spot. She was not, prepared for any of that to come out. You know what I mean? Nobody was prepared for me to talk about that. Even Rooster. They weren't prepared for me to pull up their comments to ask them, why do you guys feel this way about me? But I have since talked to them, so. Okay, realist. All right, baby. Right, 45. And I mean, and there were times where people should have been timed out at the right time. I mean, if you're going to be completely belligerent and just, you know, completely disrespectful with us, then you can go to timeout. Yes, I was upset because I thought we were all a team, and it gave me flashbacks to the other so-called awareness pages that we worked with CMC, who basically played me. You know what I'm saying? So it reminded me of that. It's like, here we go again. Another group that's pretending to support me, but really then in the background they're trying to sabotage my channel, you know. Um, and I know everybody has the right to their own opinion. That's why I don't read comments like that. I don't go to any of these pages and read their comments or nothing like that, because I know there's a lot of people in Alpha's pages that don't like me. I know that. And that's their business. They don't have to like me. They don't like the fact that I do long lives. They don't like the fact that I talk too much. They don't like the fact that I repeat the same thing over and over again. Or they just don't like me as a person, because they don't know me in person to not like me like that, but they just don't like me as a person. Or maybe they heard something from somebody, and so now they're like, oh, yeah, I don't like her either because of that, or, you know, just whatever. And that's fine. That's fine. And I don't, well, that's fine. But making comments like the comments that I brought up yesterday, it is only hurting our case, because Ashley supporters see those types of comments, right? Even Ashley sees them. And she she knows that, oh yeah, they don't even like Carrie. It's trouble in paradise or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So if we're supposed to be a team, I'm never going to allow anybody to disrespect or talk bad about anyone over there at all. Period. So I just was kind of thrown back at what was said. But just be careful when you guys are hiding people or blocking people. Um, Most of you should know by now what needs to be hidden and what doesn't. Okay. But if you're unsure, like if the person says something and you're unsure if they're, you know, being smart or if they're just being funny, just ask them. I know Swinging, she used to do that very often. You know, she'd ask them, hey, what did you mean by that comment or something like that? And if they didn't reply to her after a certain amount of time, after a couple minutes, she'd go in and block them. Because it's like, are you playing around or are you being disrespectful and getting smart? So you can always ask that person, what did you mean by that comment? You know what I mean? Now, we did have some trolls in here last night, okay, that I got rid of. Um, okay. Um, and no saying anybody we cover, no saying the children's names, okay? I do say Lindy's name because she is technically an adult now. But any minors, don't say their names, and definitely no last names, okay? Um, the new person we'll be covering, I am still watching her. I still don't understand it. I still have not been able to talk to Liv for her to help me understand it. I don't understand why people are so upset with this lady, and all of her adopted kids. I don't. I guess she spends thousands of dollars a week on food and then wastes it all. I mean, that's not really my business. You know what I mean? I mean, if she wants to waste money, that's on her. Um, but it's got to be more to it for Liv to be adamant that I cover it. So I'm trying to understand what this lady is doing that is making other creators, cover her. And they're called the Doggerty Dozens. I think it's dozens with an S at the end, but I'm not sure. Doggerty Dozens. They're on YouTube. Um, I don't know exactly what I'm looking for. Hold on, I'm trying to type it. Hold on. What are y'all doing? Y'all supposed to be asleep. Stop. Close that curtain back up, girl. You ain't slick. Quit eating on my wood, sir. I got a wood chip in here. He keep eating on wood. He got my whole bed chewed up, y'all. That's why when I move, I'm gonna hopefully find a cheap bed frame. Maybe go to Goodwill or something like that, See if I can find a cheap bed frame. because this boy done shoot up the wood on my bed. And this was a $3,000 bed. None of that. None of that. No, time to lay down. No, ain't no jumping into bed. They was just asleep. Lay down. No, no. Quit chewing on my wood. Okay, good boy. Good boy, daddy. Good boy. Sade, ma'am, lay down. They're playing, Lord. All right, y'all can play. Y'all just be good. But so I still gotta get a hold of Liv and see what I'm looking at because I don't know. The lady is boring. Um, she just basically does vlogs. It's like a family channel and just showing her life and what she feeds her kids and different things like that. And it's boring to me. But for some reason, there's other channels too that cover her, and I just don't know why. I don't understand. But it's not my business what she spends her money on. I don't care. I understand that there are people who are mad that she's wasting food because that could go to, another family or something. I get that, but then again, that's not my business. Um, Now she is tying those boys up by their arm with a string and putting them in timeout. So there's got to be something else deeper to it. I just got to understand it, and I don't. I don't. I'm watching it and I'm trying to understand it, but I don't understand it. I'm going to show you guys the picture if you missed it. Where'd it go? Oh, crap. Yeah, this is about to get on my nerve. Okay, my computer's froze. Don't leave. I will be right back, okay? I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm sorry. Uh-uh. No. All these dogs don't woke up. Now they fighting. Lay down, Diablo. I said no bite. Now lay down. Lord help me. They was asleep. Yeah, please make sure you guys are subscribed to our backup channel. Thank you, 45. Um, it's Exposure Room 3. Just in case anything were to happen to this channel, you'll know where we'll be at. I'm also on TikTok, Exposure Room Reacts. Once I get to 1,000 followers, I'll start doing reactions on there. I've not really put any like content on there yet, and I'm not going to until I get to 1,000 followers. I put some stuff on there, but not like actual like content yet. Um, Again, make sure you guys thumbs up this video and make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Those are both free of charge. Um, my Cash App is at the top in the blue. If anybody would like to donate, it's Cash App. It's $ Exposure Room 2. Make sure you do the number 2 at the end because someone did make a fake Exposure Room Cash App. Okay, so it's $ Exposure Room 2. You'll see my picture. You'll see my real name, Carrie Wright. That way you guys know that it's me. But Exposure Room 2. Hello, hello, Eric. We're not really doing nothing tonight, y'all. I wasn't tired. And I was like, I should just, you guys keep asking me, can we do a live where we just chat? And I said we would. So I was sitting here on the phone with my cousin and I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and do a live because I'm not tired. The puppies are asleep, but I'm not tired. Y'all, I sat down, started the live, and I sat down and I'm leaning against the headboard of the bed. The puppies are asleep. And y'all, I done got tired. So, no, goodness gracious. And now the puppies is playing. Good girl, mama. What you doing, daddy? You bet not. You know better. No. Why does this dog chew on wood? No. No. Sit down. Nope, you're not chewing the computer. He's trying to bite the computer. Lay down, Diablo. Lay down. You're teething bad, aren't you? Lay down. Go night-night. Y'all, he teething so bad, he using his sister as a chew toy. Uh-uh. And my wood on my bed. Good boy. Good boy, Diablo. Good boy. Good boy. Him lay down like a good boy. Good girl, mama. Her lay down. Yeah, her lay down. Lay down. You were just being good, boy. Lay down. Lay down. Y'all do not have to be up under me. Lay down. Lay down right there. Lay down. Lay down, daddy. No. You're not chewing on the computer. No. Lay down. Good girl. Sade laying down. She's right up under me. Want some blankie? Here you go. Lay down. What you got in your mouth? Boy. Drop it. Drop it. I don't know what he got in his mouth. I can't feel it. You must have swallowed it. Look, Sade pushing him, telling him to lay down. Tell him lay down, mama. She put her head under his head so he'll lay down. Lay down. She's trying to make him lay down. But it turns into a play session. The other two dogs sleep. They old, so they've been asleep. Oh, girl, Nina in there on her bed, the couch, sleep. Oh, Tits McGee, I'm sorry, baby. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, I'm gonna miss these two when I move out. Well, we're all moving, but we're going our separate ways, so I'm gonna miss these two. Definitely gonna miss them. I have to still visit him though. Diablo ain't got that big yet, as big as his sister, but he's getting there. Hers about to get fixed next week. And him, he's just crazy. He's 4 months old, but thinks he's a grown man. Would you quit biting her teeth? Quit dragging her mouth like that, Diablo. No, that's him growling. He thinks he's tough. All right, she gonna mess you up. Look at her. She already grabbed you. Quit choking him. Quit choking him. Quit choking him. Quit choking him. She grabbed him with both paws, y'all, and grabbed his neck and body slammed him. Okay, that's enough. Diablo. So when he gets mad at her, he sneaks up on her and just pinches her anywhere on her body, on her leg, on her back, whatever. He just pinches her with his mouth. Yeah, these dogs are a mess. I said stop it. I said stop. Now lay it down. Lay down. Don't you bite me. Lay it down. Diablo, lay down. We're going to have troubles with this one, boy. He don't listen for nothing. Sade, at least listen. Stop. I said stop. Hold on, I'm going to go get my shoe because y'all think somebody playing. I ain't ask y'all to get up. Get up there, lay down. Go. Go on. Get up there. Go on, get up there. Not in my spot. Move. Scoot over. Scoot over. Would you scoot over, ma'am? She said, right in my spot. Now, lay it down. Lay down. Yeah, I got the flip flop on. Lay it down. Quit pinching her. I see you. Diablo, lay down. Good boy. Good boy. Good girl. Yeah, good girl, mama. Good boy, daddy. Well, he ain't laying down. He's sitting down, but good girl, mama. Yeah, you better stop, boy. Anyway, I'm sorry about that, y'all. Yeah, Holly passed away a few months ago. Yep, her ashes are in there with my brother's ashes. Okay, where are my cigarettes at? No, I know I had. Oh, there you go. Chloe, I don't know where she is. She running around here somewhere. Probably asleep with my son. She was just down here a little bit ago because she wanted to drink out the water faucet. So we had to turn the water on and let it drip, But she just do her own thing. She don't be worried about nobody. Rusty sleep and Nina sleep. Nina's like literally under my pillows, under the blanket. No, that's right. No, Chloe is laying with Nina. I forgot about that. Never mind. I forgot about that when I was thinking about when I made the couch up for Nina. I couldn't make the end of it because Chloe was there. So yeah, Chloe is sleeping with Nina. Oh, jump ass. I'm sorry. I was on the phone with T one day, and she was at her brother's house, and he has a pit. And I don't know what Sade did. I have no idea. She was a little puppy then. Well, she's one. She just turned 1 year old now, but um, she was about Diablo's age. And I told him, I said, lay your ass down. T started laughing and said that her brother dog instantly stopped and laid down. uh, I thought I did. Hold on, let me get my phone. My phone was dead. I put it on charge. I thought I did read his comment. He was talking about his dogs, right? Oh, let me turn this down. there another comment? Hey, hey. Hold on, let me see. Said I'm on speakerphone. Okay, I read that one. Oh yeah, it's because StreamYard. Yeah, I got you guys streaming through StreamYard to YouTube, and it's a delay on the comments. I usually look at it from my phone, but my phone is on charge, and I can't really pull it too far. So how's everybody doing tonight? What do you guys want to talk about? Anybody got any questions or want any advice about anything? Or Diablo, do you want a whooping? That's what I thought. Anybody got any questions or want advice from anybody about anything? Y'all, he was over there trying to chew on the post of my bed, and as soon as I called his name, he hurried up and laid down. I swear, y'all, the dog is a mess. I'm gonna be sad though when I have to leave him. I really am, but I'll visit them. Yeah, well, I'm getting a divorce, so after 22 years, the only man I ever been in a relationship with. Yippers. As of June 1st, I will go my way. He will go his. And y'all, I am scared. I am gonna lie. I am scared. I'm well, I would say I'm more nervous than scared. And financially, I'm trying to, pick up more hours, go from part time to full time, and, try to get back to where I was years ago when I took care of, everything by myself when the kids were younger. Price of everything has like tripled, but I really am trying to, with this last year and a half or so of me being sick, that really pushed me behind in life in general. Yeah, David, I know. And that's why we're divorcing because neither one of us are happy. And there's a lot of other issues, but we're not going to talk about that. Just after 22 years of dealing with the same stuff, I'm done. You know, he been off work for 2 weeks. Well, I bet he driving you crazy. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Pam. 30 years, huh? And my parents been together for, let's see, I'm 38, so 39 years. Yeah. Yeah, me and my husband haven't been together for 2 years. I just didn't tell you guys at first, because it's really not to be mean, but no, nobody's business. But I did end up releasing that publicly a little while back. We just lived together um, for financial reasons, because obviously he makes way more money than I do, and I just kind of make it made it work. We have separate rooms. He works third shift, so during the day he sleep while I'm at work or I'm at home doing stuff in the other part of the house, and then when he gets up at night, he does his thing and he leaves and go to work. And on weekends, he's gone with his girlfriend, you know? So it's like we're not really seeing each other like that. We're just kind of we just kind of cross paths, or if we need to talk about the kids or the dogs, which are two of our kids are adults now. We have one more who will be 18 next year. He'll be 17 in a few days, but he'll be 18 next year. And then he'll be off to college. So I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. I'm going to be at home bored all by myself with Nina and Rusty and Chloe. But I'm definitely not looking for a relationship, I'll tell you that much. And I told him he shouldn't have never gotten into another relationship. Cause boy, yeah, guys, you don't understand. It was my decision originally because just I'm not gonna go into details, but I'm just tired of the same stuff, And I was like, you know what? I'm done. I can't. And usually if we broke up or something, we'd be right back together, but nah, he knows I'm dead serious now. So he ended up finding somebody else. He's still denying it. He won't tell. He every time I ask him, he denies it. But staying gone from Thursday to Sunday, come on now. You're definitely with somebody. I ain't stupid. But me personally, I've talked to a couple people, but I find myself comparing other men to my husband. Like if there's a certain word they say or just a certain way that they act or whatever, I compare it to my husband and go, "Oh no, I ain't putting up with that." Or I'm running into a lot of dudes who ain't got no job, ain't got no transportation, living with their mama or somebody else, and it's like, dude, I'm not about to take care of no grown man. It's not gonna work. That's how my husband was when we got together, but I was young, okay? And I held the fork down while he went back to school and got his welding degree. And did it for years, took care of everything for years by myself. But now it's time to walk away. Ask why what, baby? Heck, even my kids, like our daughter is 20, she lives on her own. She got her own apartment. My oldest son, he'll be moving out of state after he graduates high school. He's 18, but he'll be graduating high school soon. So he's going to school in a different state with my brother. So he'll be safe there. And then my youngest, I don't know where he gonna end up going, but he wants me to wherever he goes to college at. He wants me to go to that same state. Y'all gonna hear the fish tank. I'm going to get my inhaler. He wants me to go to the same state and just find a house or an apartment there while he goes to school. But I got my Nina and my Rusty and my Chloe, so they got to be able to travel. I ain't leaving my babies. You're right, David. You are right, David. It's been too many years of stuff that I shouldn't have to put up with. And there's people out there in the world that, you know, you hold them down, you take care of everything, you get them situated, and then as soon as they start making more money than you or doing something better than you better not be trying to take my dang on rug. Come on, y'all. Um, Come on, let's go, both of y'all. Let's go, Sade. Y'all, these dogs. Um, they start to think they're better than you know, and treat you like you're just beneath them. And when I got sick, I started getting sick 2 years ago, and it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And it was at that time that I realized that it's over with. You know, you friendships, relationships, whatever. You know how a person truly feels about you when you need them. So when I was sick, it was crazy. So I made the decision about 2 years ago to start sleeping in the living room. And then, what do you got? You just gotta chew on something, don't you? Whose shirt you got? Oh, that's your daddy's shirt. Go ahead and chew on it, buddy. Um, Hold on. Oh, I am like really wheezing and stuff tonight. When you're down and in need of somebody or of something and whatever, you know how a person feels about you the way they treat you when you are, and it's just about that time. And I'm not looking for nobody. I don't want no relationship. I want to just work on myself. My kids are all about to be on their own. I'm going to be by myself with my dogs. Hey, Sade. Sade. Yeah, my son came downstairs to use the bathroom. Now Sade barking at the door. Yeah, drugs definitely make a difference. I'm telling you that. He's never been a drug addict or anything, no. Just a very angry person. you know, he deserves to be happy too. So if it takes us divorcing for him to find somebody or person he's with now or whatever to be happy, then I'm happy for him. You know what I mean? I love him enough to let him go, to be happy. I just hope he loves me enough to let me go, you know? Because it's getting closer to June. Every day it gets closer. But I think we'll be all right. We're better off as friends anyway. I can't stand to be around such an angry person all the time. And I'm not saying he's never had my back. I mean, he dealt with the whole thing when I was an alcoholic, which he was too at the time. Then I was on the pain pills. He stuck around through that. But those types of people that like to throw things in your face, they find anything to just keep throwing in your face to try to make you feel lower and lower and lower. So yeah, he was there for me, but he still throws it in my face, throws everything in my face. And I can't deal with an angry person. I need a person that is as chill, laid back, because I'm so hyper and I'm so like the Tasmanian devil. Not right now, I'm not, y'all, because I done got tired. But I'm hyper and I love to talk and I love to, joke around and, be serious when need be. But he's not, and it's kind of like I annoy him. Well, I do annoy him. So I need somebody that's going to match that energy, but at the same time be the polar opposite of me because they're chill, they're laid back. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, I'm the one that's up running around acting the fool. You know what I mean? Someone to balance me out. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Trust me, I understand. I do understand. Good night, sweetheart. And if I do get with anybody else, I need it to be fair because I do get sick a lot, and I don't want to burden anybody. So that's why I want my kids to go off, go to college, live their life, and not worry about if they have to take care of their mom. And my youngest son, that's what he's worried about. But I told him I will be fine. Just go do what you got to do. I'm straight. God forbid it gets to a point where I can't take care of myself. They got services for that, or I'll just move closer to him or, whatever, we'll figure it out. But it'd be a long time before that happens. That's true, David. That is true. Yep. Nothing you do is right. Nothing. Anything you do, they're like, no, you should did this or no, you should did that. Even driving, no, you should have went that way. No, you should have went this way. And also a narcissist, you can't tell them nothing. Like if they do something wrong, like they make a mistake or do something wrong or say something wrong, and you tell them like, no, you're wrong. Nah, you can't tell narcissists that they're wrong because they're going to continue to argue and be like, no, I'm right, I'm right. Even if the truth is right there in front of them, they won't even apologize and say, oh, I'm sorry, I was wrong or nothing like that. That is why I am able to point out so many things with the different scammers we've done because I've lived with it for 22 years, you know, the narcissism stuff. I mean, he's cool. Like, we're good as friends. He's a wonderful father. It's just relationship wise, nah, not so much. And with the lust and all that, the excitement that's going on with him and somebody else right now, I hope it lasts. I hope they stay happy and I hope, whatever, but I don't see that happening. He's stuck and he's almost 50 years old. He's stuck in his ways. So everything might be cool, fun right now, but that woman, she better realize it ain't gonna stay that way. It's not gonna stay that way. But I told him he needs counseling and he won't do it. I think if he got counseling to deal with any trauma that he had as a child or even as an adult, he'd react to things differently. But I'll still be there for him. I'll still be here. Not in this house, but I'll still be there for him. That's what I started to do, country mama. That's why people started believing me. Wow. 42 years. That's a long time. Yeah, I get blamed a lot when he's running late for work and I'm just sitting on the couch. But I did have a long talk with him the other day though. And I just said everything I had to say. And of course he was denying this, denying that, like, no, he ain't like that or no, he ain't like this or da 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 whatever. And I told him, I said, I'm happy if you're happy. You know, I love you enough to let you go because this is too toxic, you know. So all these years of this toxicness, and it's only going to make me sick. So you go your way, I go mine. We still have kids. So, I mean, we're still going to be in contact at some point, but I want him to be happy. And if being with somebody else is going to make him happier, then that's what I want. Me personally, I'm not looking for any type of relationship at all. I'm looking to take care of myself, to find myself again. And he's literally been the only person I've been with since I was a teenager, you know? I was 16 well, met him when I was 15, but got with him when I was 16. So, and that's the only man I've ever been in a relationship with. So, not the only man I've ever slept with, but the only man I've ever been in a relationship with. And I lost my innocence to him, had my kids by him, married him. Sounds like a fairy tale, but really isn't. So I think it's just best for both of us, you know? Yeah, he definitely changed. It changed a lot after we got married. I mean, he was still kind of the same person, but I didn't see it. Everybody else did. Everybody else told me to leave him alone. But I thought, no, he asked me to marry him, you know? But he changed a lot after we got married. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, Pam. Yeah, you get that way. You do get that way. Yep, I'm 38. I'll be 39 in March. You know, our personalities just don't match. I mean, all these years, I was being controlled and not even realizing it, you know? And when you're in a relationship, it should be 50-50, you know? And if you feel like someone is controlling you and you got to walk on eggshells around them all the time, they wake up and instantly just start yelling about nothing, like nothing. Yeah, it's time for you to get out. You know, ladies, you guys, I know we tend to stick around, as you can see in the comments. We tend to stick around for many years because we think, okay, it's going to change, or the good days, you know, or the good times override the bad times at that time. But then, boom, back at it again. You know, it's the way he talks to people. You know, he's very arrogant, so he talks to people crazy, and I'll reply back with my craziness. But lately, I haven't. Lately, I've just been sitting back with my headphones on, or if I'm at work or whatever. So we haven't really gotten into any arguments lately. We just stay away from each other. Yeah, and I told him he needed counseling. He said, I don't need no counseling. What I need counseling for? I'm perfectly fine. Okay. And it's like, you know, I told him you're going to carry that into your next relationship. And any relationship you get into, it's going to be the same exact way. The same exact way. Unless the woman just bows down to him and just likes to be talked to like crazy, you know? But it's you can't just let somebody run over you, you know? And that's why I'm scared to even meet anybody else, because I don't want to have to relearn somebody all over again. I didn't know he was like this the first few years I was with him. And now I'm having kids by him and kind of got sucked in. I thought I was supposed to stay with him because I had kids with him, which is not the case. It was not the case. I should have left, but I didn't. But I stayed, you know, thought it was going to get better. But when I got sick, I really seen how he really felt. I'm sure he loves me and everything, but he's just too selfish to care about anybody else's, illnesses and pains and aches and stuff like that. So I just like, you know what? I'm done. Well, I'm very happy for you, Vanessa. Very happy for you, sweetheart. Yeah, he's not physically abusive to me at all. It's just the way he talks to me. He talks to everybody like that. And I can't take it. Very selfish. Very, it's all about him every time. I let him scream and holler at himself. I'll put headphones on or I'll walk out the door. I'll let him sit in here and talk to himself. I don't gotta deal with him. Yeah, David, it is. Sometimes I almost think it's worse. Yep. Just like the divorce. He's saying that it's my fault because I cheated on him. Yes, I did cheat on him 6 years ago. We've been this June we would be married 10 years. And yes, I did cheat on him 6 years ago. I admitted to doing it. But I mean, it's obvious why, you know? And he wanted to stay with me and make it work. It was his decision. But after that, things just changed even more. It gets thrown in my face every single day. So, hey, it is what it is. I definitely don't want him staying with me and he's not happy. If he can't get out of his mind that I cheated on him, then you need to just we need to just let this go. Just holding on to something that's not gonna work. I mean, he's cheated on me, just not while we were married. At least he says anyway. Yep, that is correct. Exactly, Whiskey Pink. And that's even what his own dad told him. You know, his dad's like, you decided to stay with her after that and make it work. You are not allowed to sit here and keep bringing that back up constantly over it. I mean, every day, even to this very day, because he sees the guy around, or the guy was stalking me for quite a long time, even after that. Um, we had make police calls on him and everything. But he just can't get over it. But I've not ever brought up anybody that he's ever cheated on me with. Never. I don't even care. You know, I don't care. I left out when I said I forgave you and I stayed with you. That's what I meant. I don't bring none of that stuff. Even right now, I don't bring none of it up. But, you know, he can't let it go. And that made everything even worse. So now it's to a point where it's scary on both ends. I know he's nervous and scared because he's never lived by himself before. He's never had his own place. He's always either lived with his parents or a woman. Um, so I know he's just as nervous as I am. But I was told that the initial split is the hardest. You know, when you finally each get your own place and you're finally away from each other, that's the hardest part. And I think I agree with that. Because when I think about it, I'm like when I think about like finding a house or whatever, I still think of him. Like, oh well, we need X amount of bedrooms, one for me and him, and one for and I'm like, wait, no, he's not coming with me. It is hard. It is difficult. Yeah, there's a lot of men that make you feel like that, Vanessa. Yep. Everybody on the outside thinks, they're a king. They're awesome. Oh, you're taking care of your sick wife and your kids, but you never know what's going on behind closed doors. You never know. I did finally announce it on Facebook, the divorce, and I've never done that before. Even when I said I was going to leave him before, and we ended up back together. But I am done. I am done. I mean, if we did stay together, it's going to take a lot of counseling and compromising and listening skills, because not everything is my fault, not everything is his fault. But I own up to what I do all the time. But of course, I'm always a liar. I'll say, yeah, okay, I didn't do this. You're a liar. I'm like, no, I didn't. You're a liar. Okay. And the fact that he has a whole new relationship right now, too. So that kind of put the nail in the coffin right there. Oh, Vanessa, I'm sorry, baby. See, I'm not in love with my husband. I haven't been in love with my husband for quite some time. I love him, but I'm not in love with him. Yeah, he lies a lot. And about the stupidest stuff. It's like, dude, really? Like, you're gone for 3 days in a row. Ain't no way in heck you could tell me that you ain't been with no other woman. And my thing is, though, why not just admit it? We ain't together, you know? Just be honest. Like, yeah, I'm seeing somebody else. You ain't got to tell me who she is or nothing. Just quit lying about it. Making up stories as to why you just now came home or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you got these puppies that you brought in the house that I'm responsible for because you're gone, you know? But I just want him to just own up to his part of everything, but he won't. So it's a lost cause. I gave up. I owned up to what I did. Yeah, I cheated. Yes, I did. Sure did. Had he have been, you know, the husband that he was supposed to be, I wouldn't have cheated. Simple as that. Dang it, I left my phone. My phone's in there on charge, y'all. I left my phone, so y'all comments are gonna be delayed. I'm back here about to smoke. I was smoking up there in my room, but my room's getting kind of foggy. Y'all know why I'm coughing so much. Jeez whiz. Probably these dang on cigarettes. That's my next thing to quit. I stopped smoking marijuana. Even though it does help with the pain, but financially, I can't afford it, you know? So I gave that up. I need to get the cigarettes up. That's going to save me a whole lot of money. I don't shop or nothing. I've never been a big shopper. I've never been a big, like, I own two pairs of shoes that I've owned forever. You know, I got a pair of Crocs and gym shoes. Like, I don't, and just regular clothes. Well, I got a lot of cute clothes, but I'm not small enough for them. I was smaller than, well, I got about 10 more pounds to lose, and then I could probably fit them. But usually I just wear sweats and a t-shirt or jeans and a hoodie or something like that. Materialistic things have never meant anything to me. I don't care if your car has, surround sound system and rims and on. I don't care about all that. I drive a busted up minivan, okay? That I can easily go get another car and get a newer car, but I choose not to because that's a payment every month that I'm not trying to pay. So my van works just fine. I'm not trying to please nobody. I'm not trying to impress nobody. I'm not trying to do none of that. Did the comments stop or are y'all not commenting? Oh, there goes one. Y'all, these comments are super delayed. Holy moly. Like really delayed. Looks like they're like I'm watching it through StreamYard. I left my phone in there. It's on charge, but I was gonna bring it back here with me, but I I forgot. I just left it in there. So now I'm uh-oh. I might need to go check on it. Oh no, he shouldn't. I hope the puppy don't get a hold of it. Yeah, night shifter they do. Hello. Yep, gaslighting. Did you carefully? Yeah, I own one dress. No, two. I own two. A peach one, which is the one you see in my picture right there, and a black and white one. See, I didn't really know what was wrong with them initially. And then his own dad said that he thinks his son is a narcissist. And I'm like, what is that? This was years ago. And I looked it up and I know a whole lot about narcissism. And every single bullet point is right there. Can never take accountability for anything they do. When you do try to correct them on something, they get instantly mad and somehow it's your fault. They there's just a lot to it, but yeah, I own one purse and I got it from Goodwill. and it's sitting by my couch. There's just with important papers in it. I don't carry a purse. I've never been a girly girl. Like every like once in a while I'll dress up like the picture you guys see there. I'll dress up or whatever, but most of the time, nah. Cuz I don't care what people think about me. Yeah, he didn't steal. He's not a stealer or anything. He lies a lot. He does. He's when I look back on everything, it's like, yeah, he lies a lot cuz he wants to make everything my fault. And then they also, not only do they want to make everything your fault, they really make you feel like it's your fault. And then when you correct things that they're complaining about, it's always something else. It's like they always find something to, down you with, down you on it, to make you feel super low. And it got really, really bad when I started getting better this time. And, he knows stress triggers me off. Right, exactly. He knows stress triggers me off. So he has tried everything in his power to stress me to the point where I'm back down, but it ain't gonna happen. I'm gonna have my bad days for my lupus, but I'm not gonna allow him or anybody else to make me that sick. Even though he didn't stress to trigger the lupus as bad as it did. And I'm just not. They do, Vanessa, because the people we talk about on here, it's like I'm watching my own life sometimes. Right, David. Right. He's the type of person that he'll ask me what's wrong or something, and I'll tell him, man, just I'm having a lot of back pain today, and every time I say something, he's like, oh yeah, my foot swollen. I could say my elbow hurt. He could say, oh yeah, my whole arm hurt. Look at that. It's always he's always got a one up on me. You know, something always has to be more severe than me because he's more important than me. And I don't even know if narcissists realize what they're doing, to be honest. Like, do they realize the things that they're doing and saying is wrong? Like, sometimes I wonder if he even realizes that he's like that. I used to scream and yell at him back and say all types of crazy mess because it just, ugh. But past couple of weeks, I haven't. I'll just, if it starts up, I'll call my cousin or somebody and I'll be like, I need you to talk to me. And they'll know exactly at that point what's going on. So they'll talk to me, especially my cousin. She'll talk to me. And regardless what he says, whatever lie he wants to say, whatever he wants to say, I just completely ignore it and I don't respond. And it is so hard not to respond, but I just don't respond and just keep my sanity and not even let it get to me. Yeah, I don't like somebody who and I've seen quite a few people like this over, my lifetime that they always got to get smart. It's not really what you say, it's how you say it. It's like always got to get smart with an attitude. Like Always. I've run into several people like that during my life. Like, I don't see how people can do that. Like, how do you wake up angry? Like, how do you always find anger in something? Like, always mad. But when they're around other people, like their friends or, cousins they ain't seen or something like that, they're just this perfect person. Everybody's like, oh, they're so cool. Yeah, okay. That's what you think. David, I was convinced that he wanted me down. He wanted me to stay down so he can have more stuff to say about me. I'm lazy, I never cook anymore, and the house was getting dirty, and it's like I'm not the only one here. You know, Other people too. Everybody in this house works, but I wasn't working. So because I wasn't working and I was sick, I should have been the one taking care of the house myself and cooking and all that. No, I'm not. Not when I don't feel good, I'm not. So the kids work a lot, and the boys got school. My daughter don't even live here no more. He works, but I mean, that don't mean he don't have to clean up. But they're all used to me doing everything. Even my kids, when I was sick for it was almost 2 years, um, they weren't used to me sitting there. They were always used to me being at work, coming home, cooking dinner, clean up. They do their chores or whatever they gonna choose to do. And that's what they were used to. So when I was stuck on that couch, at times couldn't even get up, he made it known that I'm lazy, I'm this, I'm that, because everything changed. Now I'm back up. I'm back. You know, I'm not 100%, and I'll never be 100% like I was. The lupus is definitely taken over, but I got my house cleaned. I've gotten into the routine again of making sure my floors stay clean, making sure, because with the dogs coming in and out, plus people act like they don't know how to take their shoes off when they walk in my house. So I got to keep my floors clean all the time and keep everything clean. Keep the kitty litter box clean. Keep the dogs clean because I don't want my house smelling like dog or cat or nothing like that. And that's what they're used to. They're used to me doing it all. They're used to me paying for everything. They're used to me, you know, taking care of doctor's appointments and everything. They're used to me, all of them they're used to me doing it all. But now that I can't, especially financially, I got like $2 to my name. Okay. And it's strange to them because I had saved up and I kept saving and I went through all of that when I wasn't working. And it's strange to them because they're not used to that. So, and I'm definitely not going to ask him for nothing. He knows I ain't got no money. He knows I don't get my first check till like what, next week? This week, I think. This Friday. For like 18 hours, you know. But he knows that. He definitely knows that. But I still pay stuff. I still manage somehow to get other bills paid for that he don't pay. I don't know how I'm doing it, but it's like miracles just happen. Blessings just end up happening right when I think I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? And my boys help me a lot. My boys help me a lot. Oh well, that's good, Pam. I wish I did get some food stamps. If I apply for food stamps, then he loses his medical. And I'm trying not to do that, but when I move out, That's what I'm going to do, you know? David, I think he's starting to realize it now, but he's so stuck on himself that, and stuck on whatever woman he's with now, that he doesn't care. I mean, I don't want to do too much TMI, but I haven't had SCX in almost 2 years, you know? Nada, nothing. I don't want to just be out here just humping on anybody, you know what I'm saying? And for one, and for two, I don't want to I just don't want to relearn somebody, man. Like, you got to relearn them, and then what if I realized how he was several years later after I already had kids by him. He sweet talked me for sure. um but he's a good guy overall. Okay, he really is. It's just relationship wise, nah, he needs some help. He really does. He definitely needs help. So knowing how he is lately, I've just been trying to, when I talk to him, no matter if he's mad or not, I just try to talk in a nice way and just kind of do the phoniness with them, just to keep the toxicity down in the house. But the closer it's getting to June, the worse he's getting. And I don't know if it's because he's getting nervous or anxious, but I'm sure it's stressing him out. I'm sure he's got some anxiety going on. I can almost promise that. But he hasn't done anything to stop it either. He went and got in a whole nother relationship after we broke up at some point during these 2 years. I don't know when they met or whatever, but at some point. So you know what? That sealed the deal. That absolutely sealed the deal. I wish I could turn back the hands of time and change things, but then again, I don't. You know, I have three beautiful children that I love with all my heart, and that's the best thing that came out of this marriage. But everything that has happened in my life has always happened for a reason. I've learned a lot of lessons. I've had a lot of blessings. I've dealt with a lot of stuff. I've witnessed a lot of things and educated on a lot of things. So being with somebody else is going to be difficult because it's going to take another man quite some time to get me to like relax my body around them. Because I'm always going to be thinking, when are you going to change? When are you going to show me who you really are? You know what I mean? Like, when are you going to, when is the real you going to pop up? We shall see, Captain Haterho. I'm definitely not looking. That's for dang on sure. But if it happens, it happens. I try being a good person. I try being a fair person. I try being an honest and loyal person. And being with somebody who doesn't know what loyalty is, it kind of sucks, you know? Oh, thank you, David. Night shifter. Girl, I wouldn't want to be with Hater Maker like that because he's prettier to me. He's cuter to me. You know what I'm saying? But I would definitely do. I actually had somebody tell me last night that they loved me. And it's like threw me by surprise and just kind of, I haven't talked to him since. And it's a guy that I've known for just as long as I've known my husband. And we've been off and on for all these years until I got married. And he didn't know I was getting married. And then he cut off all communication with me. And now he's kind of, back around and just, we're talking on the phone though. And he told me that he loved me. And I'm like, whoa, what? Like, hold on there, Charlie. Hold on there. So I'm kind of like, uh, uh, I've already slept with him, you know what I'm saying? Many years ago, off and on, it's whatever. But for him to say that he loves me and all of that, I'm just like, man. And he said he's afraid that this is going to be another time where I say I'm done with my husband and me and him start talking again. And then boom, I get back with my husband and it breaks his heart. And I get that. I get that. That's kind of the main reason why I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to even attempt to be with anybody until my divorce is final and we're completely done because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if my husband starts to seek counseling and we end up staying together. I don't know. As of right now, no, absolutely not. But I just don't know what's going to happen. I don't. I don't know if once we're living in separate places and he realizes, man, no, I want my wife back, or whatever. I don't know. Right. I don't want to use anybody as a rebound because I definitely don't want to hurt anybody. You know what I'm saying? Wow, Vanessa, really? Oh, that's messed up. I mean, before we got married, we both cheated on each other several times, like, whatever. But once we got married, I cheated on him. Absolutely, David. Absolutely. They have to like dogs, cats, and just be funny and like to joke. I like to joke around a lot. Like my daily life, I love to. I'm serious when I have to be, but I like to joke around and laugh and have fun and trust and loyalty mean a lot to me. Especially loyalty. You know, you got to be loyal in any situation. And I got to be able to trust you. And it's going to be hard for me to trust anybody. Really hard. Very hard. But I also don't want to take it out on the other guy either. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to take out what I've been through for 20 years out on somebody else. So I just need to take my time and just be by myself and just kind of get over all this. one of my friends said that her vision of what's going to happen in the future is that he's going to have his own place. I'm going to have mine. He's going to be with whatever female he's with. I'm not going to be with anybody. I'm just going to work and take care of myself, you know? And it's going to get to a point where that other woman is not going to be me. And he's going to steady compare that woman to me, just like I would compare another man to him. But in a way of, well, my wife would have did this, or my wife would have did that, or whatever. And she said, and eventually he's going to see me one day and it's going to be like, I don't know, like it's seeing me for the first time in his life type of thing, you know? I can't figure out the word I want to say. But he's going to see me because our kids are grown. Like, so when our youngest is in college, there's no reason for him to ever even be at my house, you know? But he's going to see me after a while, after a period of time. He's going to end up seeing me, and all those feelings are going to start coming back. And she said, I feel like you guys are going to get back together. And I hope if you do, it's way better the second time and you guys live happily ever after. But I don't see that happening at all. Not to say that I don't want it to happen, but when I say I'm done with something, I'm done with it. He definitely needs counseling, most definitely. Hey, Bud Life. Yeah, he definitely needs counseling, that's for sure. You know, and I try not to ask him for anything. I try not to depend on him for anything. You know, my son's got my oil changed for me. Um, my sons have been just amazing. Um, they cleaned my car out for me and washed it and things that their dad used to do. I've never taken garbage out before, like out back, you know. But I did it for the first time yesterday. You got to take it out through the garage and then put it in the big city dumpster, or not dumpster, big city garbage thing. So yeah, I took garbage out for the first time by myself yesterday. I've never taken garbage out before in my entire life. My brothers always did it, and then I went straight from living with my parents to having a man and a child, so he did it. And then he was doing it until the kids came along, got older, then they all did it. So I've never taken out garbage before, except for yesterday. I just don't want to end up being that grumpy woman that is just mad at the world because I'm alone and just become a bitch to everybody. You know, I don't want to be that way. I want this to be peaceful, and I don't want this divorce to be haywire. You know, I want it to be peaceful. That's what I told him. Like, I want this to be peaceful. I don't want all the the anger that comes usually with a divorce. Everything in this house is mine. I got it all before we got married. So I'm taking what's mine. But things that we got during our marriage, that's where we'll decide where it goes. And I hope we can make decisions together and know that this is over. We're just friends. There's no need to argue. There's no need to fight. There's no need to do any of that because we're not even together. So there's no sense in arguing with anybody. But my dad said the biggest thing is in his mind, he don't want me to see somebody else at all. Him seeing me with somebody else is probably going to break his heart. And you know what? If it happens, it happens. I think that's why he keeps denying that he's with somebody else. Because he thinks that if he admits to being with somebody else, then I'm going to go be with somebody else. But if I wanted to be with somebody else, I would have already been with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'll tell him. I told him I've been talking to a couple dudes. You know what I'm saying? Just an inbox. It ain't been nothing, nothing like that. Because I'm pushing away. I don't want a relationship at all. But conversations haven't gotten to that point of SCX or anything like that. It's just hello, how are you type of thing. But then I told him, yeah, there's two dudes that I'm, conversating with, but it ain't nothing like that. We're just friends on Messenger. Right. It's definitely a control thing. I'll tell you that. When he lost control, that's when he lost his mind. Break the silence. It almost got that way. I had to, I still have to just keep pulling myself back together. And I have a wonderful support system, a wonderful support system. So, any of you ladies out there that's dealing with anything similar, I know it's embarrassing to tell your friends and family what you've been going through or what's happening, but it's very important that they know because they can be there for you, you know? All right, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. It just the Wi-Fi just cut off, so I just rebooted the box. Right, David. But he's telling people that he left me. It's crazy, but I quit caring about what other people hear from him or what other people think, and I used to really care about it. I used to really like. It used to frustrate me so bad. Like I'd like try to explain to them everything, and but I step back and like, you know what? Whatever they believe, and his actions will show, what really is going on. And it's been happening. I mean, his family adores me, and they know exactly how he is. They know exactly how he is. Yeah, I can't do all that. I mean, I am a very physical person. Like if I get mad, I will hit, you know. But over the years, getting older, learn more and more how to just not do that. You know what I'm saying? Like not allow anyone to get me to a point where I want to physically harm them. I'll just walk away because y'all, I have been in so many fights and it's insane. But I try to, just keep reminding myself that it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Now, if somebody messes with my children, oh, it most definitely would be worth it. Yeah, I had to reboot the internet box. Hell, I swear, the next man that gets with me, they gonna be shocked. They gonna think I'm a virgin. Yeah, I have Comcast, and it sucks. Well, the sucker part is that it's been like this since we moved here, and they claim they fixed it, but it's still not fixed. The main cable line goes under is like it's under our yard in our front yard. That line controls the entire block because it all connects. But we're the main like source, like right there underground, and of course wear and tear. I'm sure it's ripped and chewed up and all that. So when it rains and there's a lot of moisture in the air or whatever, and the ground gets wet, the Wi-Fi tends to go out every time. And it is very wet outside right now. I know, right, Captain Hado? Yeah, we stopped physically fighting years ago after I hit him back. And this was many years ago. And after I finally hit him back, he ain't put his hands on me since. Even when we argue, I tell him, hit me. Go ahead, hit me. Hit me. I want you to. He won't do it. Yeah, and he's not a passionate person like he used to be many, many, many years ago, but he's not like this passionate person, where he thinks about you first. It's always I got to be the one to think of the special things. I got to be the one to think of the, like the back rubs or cuddling or going out to eat or, you know, I've always put him first before myself. Always. But him, no. He thinks of himself. It's never, oh, Carrie was sick today or she had a long day and she doesn't feel good. How about I see if she wants to, lay down and watch a movie and I'll rub her back and whatever. No. It's always me saying, hey, can you rub my back? Or hey, can you do this? Hey, and that got tiring. Oh, I've already talked to the mods. I was just letting them know about blocking and timing out people, just kind of use better judgment before you time people out, let people have their opinions. And when they get too belligerent and just start disturbing the chat, then go ahead and get rid of them. And then for you guys, even if someone is on here talking crazy to me or whatever, you guys don't need to respond back and argue with them. Just let it be. Just don't even worry about it. Oh, wow. Nice shifter. Oh, dang. That's messed up, Pam. Honestly, that's some stuff my husband would do. hmm Like when I want to do a live and I'm like, okay, I'm doing a live. And he wants me to go back there and keep an eye on his puppies because I don't want them in a kennel. I know you probably have to go in a kennel anyway. Well, the little one, not the big one. If he doesn't stop chewing up everything when he's alone. But right now they're both in the bed sleep and I'm out here. But I don't want them in kennels. But anyway, so I'll come back here, but I'm just like, I'm on live. Can you wait? And it's like, no, right now. I gotta do it right now. Like, so then I have to get off live because I'm not dealing with them and the live at the same time. That'll frustrate me. Definitely so, Pam. Definitely so. And I know there's probably people sitting back right now saying, why is Carrie telling all her business? Why is it? Trust and believe. Trust and believe. I am not telling y'all my business. I'm just talking to you from some experiences that I'm going through because I know there's women out there going through the same thing. Maybe after the divorce and all of that, maybe I can come on and tell my entire story of from the day I met him to the day I divorced him, you know? Um, but right now, I'm not going into details on anything. I'm just kind of just doing an overview of, you know, what I've been dealing with all these years. And, some people are surprised, like even some friends of mine, like that I've met online, when things are like really, really bad and I'm like crying or whatever, and I'm on the phone with them and they hear him in the background, you know, going off for literally no reason. Like I'll just be sitting there on the computer and he just goes on and on and on and on. And people have heard it and it was embarrassing, like this is my mod on the phone. Like, what are you doing? So embarrassing. But they were shocked that it was even happening. They couldn't believe that I've been dealing with this all these years, but yet I come on here And I still have a smile on my face and do what I got to do, you know? Help people out when I can. And oh, really? I've never heard of kneecap bones. I heard that the flavor of cherry, like the cherry flavor, stops them too. They don't like cherry flavor. I don't know how true that is though. Yeah, Pam, you always reach that point where you're like, nope, I'm done. I'm done. It comes to a point where you're done. And when I got sick, that's when I decided I was done. Like done, done. Pushed me into the ground lower and lower and lower. All because he had to start paying things by himself. He had to start attempting to take care of the household by himself and the kids, doctor's appointments and stuff like that, and he still couldn't do it. I still had to be the one to at least make the appointment. And then he would still get mad because he had to take him. And because my whole family, my kids and my husband, they're so used to mommy keeping everything together, keeping everything in order. You know, they've always been used to that. It's not fair that I'm the only one that had to do it though. I work too. But I can't sit around a dirty house. I can't sit around and just wait for a man to do something. So I do it myself. So the whole time I was sick, it just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And he kept getting worse and worse. So he used that as a way to throw in my face. Oh, you're lazy, you don't do nothing, you just sit on the couch all day. And if you ate vegetables and went for a walk, you'd be all right. What? If it took me eating vegetables and going for a walk to get rid of my lupus or to help my lupus, don't you think I'd be doing that? But when they put me back on my Ritalin, for whatever reason, I don't get high or nothing on Ritalin. It's not like Adderall, but it did give me that kind of energy, but that I don't know, it was weird. It was weird, but also all of my friends and family were motivating me. I had been sitting for so long. They're like, Carrie, get up and just walk. Just walk around the house. Start doing a little bit here and there. And then eventually your body will start getting used to it. It's still not 100% used to it. And it probably never will be 100%, but it's definitely getting to a point where I'm getting back into my own routine and back to doing everything myself. So, good night, David, baby. My husband cleans screwed up. Like if he sweeps the floor, he leaves the pile of dirt in the middle of the floor and then puts the broom up. Like, what are you doing? If he cleans up, like, let's say the dining room, or no, let's say the kitchen. Let's say the kitchen. He'll wash a few dishes and that's it. He won't clean off the counters, microwave, nothing like that. He just washes some dishes and says he cleaned the kitchen, and that's it. Like, and then he jumps to something else. He can't focus on just one thing. He bounces from different things. So then there's like 4 or 5 things in the house that are not complete, and it drives me nuts. Drives me nuts. Well, guys, if nobody wants to come up here with me, I'm going to go ahead and get my butt off of here. It was nice talking to you guys. I'm glad we were able to vent together. I'm definitely not going to tell all my business on here, but I think that it's important that You guys know that I'm just a normal person like you are. You know, I have feelings. A normal life just like everybody else. I go through things just like everybody else. So, people, there are people who are purposely trying to kiss my behind because they want to get closer to me, or they want to be a mod, or they want to feel like the head honcho because, oh, exposure room. We are not that important at all. When I log off of here, I forget all about YouTube. Um, I've made sure to separate my personal life from YouTube. And yes, I told you guys a little bit, but that was just because I know there's a lot of other people, men and women, going through the same thing. And just know you're worth it. And never stay with a man because you have kids with them. If it's toxic, those children are going to suffer. Okay? As hard as it'll be, you got to go. So I left. And where I'm leaving. So I knew there were people dealing with the same thing I was, and I know it came as a shocker to a lot of people, especially some of the mods when I first started talking to them about it. It just it was like a shocker. Like they couldn't believe that. They're like, "What? You're getting a divorce? You've been separated all this time?" Like they never knew. But I know there's a lot of women going through the same thing I am. And just know that it's going to be all right. You got to do what's best for you. And if you're scared and afraid that something may happen because you left them, there are domestic violence shelters and things like that. Me personally, I'm not scared at all. He has way too much to lose to harm me. Way too much. Not to say that it could never happen, but I'm just saying he has a lot to lose and he's all about himself, you know. So all about his appearance and what he drives and how people think of him. He's always been like that. He always wants to please everybody else and cares about what other people think and what other people say and what other, it's like I don't care what anybody says. Yes, I'll walk outside quick with some pajama pants, my house shoes, and a t-shirt real quick. Right, Captain Haterho. I think a lot of people got really bad at the pandemic. I've been dealing with this for 20 years, so the pandemic wasn't really a big deal. Actually, during the pandemic, it actually wasn't even that bad. Um, because he wasn't working, because his job closed, so he wasn't making the money. He ended up eventually getting unemployment, which was nowhere near the money he was making. So he didn't have that big head, like, oh, I'm making this, I'm doing this, I got this, think he's better than everybody else. So, but now that, you know, I am like completely flat broke, that makes him happy. And it's sad to say that, but yeah, that makes him happy. Knowing that I'm completely broke. But you know what? I'm gonna get up there. I've been taking care of myself since I was 18 years old. Taking care of my kids. Y'all, I'm hungry and I don't know what I want to eat. I want to eat something and take my butt to bed. What do I want to eat? Now, why do they have the milk tipped over like that? Y'all, I bought a half gallon of milk because buying full gallons of milk, y'all, it just go to waste every time. Buy a half a gallon of milk, and a lot of times when I buy a half a gallon of milk, it be gone in 2 days. But if I buy a whole gallon of milk, it don't go nowhere every time. I think I'm about to make me some noodles and I eat a ham and cheese sandwich. I rarely eat. Always just so focused on, you know, keeping my house together, making sure the kids are okay, and making sure, the dogs are okay. When I'm at work, I just do my job, come home. And I go to my aunt's, make sure she has everything she needs. Trying to keep myself busy. Yeah, I know, Pam. Yep. I just, I still call him baby. I call everybody baby, though. So people think because I call him baby that we're back together or something. Like, nah. And honestly, though, I think that he might be going through like a midlife crisis or something because I think he wants to be out there free or whatever without me asking him, where is he going or whatever. But at the same time, like how I feel about that is even if we're not together, you know, at least let me know like what area you're gonna be in just in case something happens. You know what I'm saying? Like even with my kids. I got my kids' locations on my phone. I ain't trying to be nosy and all in their business. I know my kids grown. But I want to know what's going on, like where they're at, just in case something happens. It ain't got nothing to do with me being nosy or anything like that. I be wanting to know what's going on. Like, I mean, not what's going on, but where they at. I sure hope so, Pam. My mom always says that my lupus is going to get 1000% better after this. We'll see. We shall see. It's just financially is what I'm afraid of. You know, that is what I'm afraid of. That's why he stayed here all these years because I couldn't, you know, pay all the bills and stuff alone. And to be honest with you, I don't even know if he can. Because he gripes and complains about what he does pay. So I don't even know if he's going to be able to. I don't know. But I know I'll be all right. I know I'll be okay. I was born and raised in the projects, the poorest of the poor. I know how to survive. I'm grateful for anything I have. I don't go splurging on stuff. I don't go buy myself stuff. I don't do any of that. I don't do any of that. I'm content with what I have, and that's it. I mean, I would like to, start getting my nails done again or, you know, actually having the salon dye my hair instead of box dye. But hey, I gotta do what I gotta do. I ain't dyed my hair, y'all, in probably over a year. all the blonde and the gray and all that's popping out. But I got some Revlon box dye in there. It's black cherry. I just don't know when I'm gonna do it. But I know how to survive with nothing, you know. I know how to make something out of nothing. And no matter what position I'm in or I get into, my goal is to get out of it and make it better. You know, I've raised my kids. I got one more. They'll be 18 next year. Very hardworking kids. They work, go to school, you know, they do what they got to do. And my boys, they help me around the house and everything as much as they can, unless they're working. You know, they're always making sure I'm okay. Not financially, they can't really do much, but they do what they can, you know. You're right, Captain Haterho. You're right. Because it's almost impossible to live a happy life, stress free life with just one income. It really is. Because you're always broke. You can't just go buy yourself something. Nina, why did you mess up this couch like this? Nina got everything on the floor. You want this fan off? I'll turn it off. She is underneath my pillow, but she got everything else thrown on the floor. Girl, my sheet is on the floor. Girl, would you quit throwing my stuff on the floor? If you didn't want it, just could have just scooted it over, ma'am. Yes, you could have. You could have just scooted it over. I'm looking for my lip chap. My lips are dry. But that is actually right. It's like more like we've been like roommates basically for 2 years, mixed in with jealousy. He's a very jealous person. And when the first day that I actually got out of the house and went somewhere, that was a shock to him. And then I went out on New Year's Eve, and that was really a shock to him. Even though he went out, he was out, gone, whatever. But he didn't know I had plans to leave. So when he found out I was gone, and I was with my son, my 18-year-old, we left to went to my cousin's. When he found that out, he got upset. He got upset. Like, oh well. Oh well. But yeah, you're right. You know, financially, having a two income household is always better. That's for sure. Where is my lip chap at? I know I stuck it back in my purse. I got all these papers in my purse, but I could have sworn I stuck it right here in this pocket. My lips are dry. Oh, good grief. Where is it at? That one ain't nothing in there. Here we go. But yep, having a two income household is way better. You know, my parents tend to think that this isn't going to go through, that he's going to end up when we move, because the landlord says he's selling this house, but um, my mom thinks that what's going to end up happening is before June, before we leave, that whatever woman he's with, it ain't gonna last. Either she ain't gonna put up with him. Dang it, come on. Either she can't put up with him or he don't want to put up with her. Y'all know what I did. I forgot to take my plank with nail. Oops. Um, he ain't gonna want to take care. I mean, he ain't gonna want to deal with her or whatever. Whatever the case may be. Um, and he's going to. There's going to be an excuse for him to live with me. And I'll be honest, I ain't gonna make him live out on the streets, you know. But at the same time, oh, God dang it. But at the same time, he's a grown man. He's never had to look for a place on his own. I've always been the one to do it. I've always been the one to do everything, you know? And he's not going to be used to that, me not doing anything. He has to do it himself. And my mom thinks that he's going to end up staying with me. And yeah, I don't know. I don't see that happening. But I'm also not going to let him live on the streets either, you know? I don't want it to happen. I'm ready. I'm ready to be free. I'm ready to be happy, you know? And if I can't be happy with him, then I need to be happy by myself. Yo, I need to clean this purse out. I dropped one of my plank nail in here. It fell out of my hand. I don't know where it went. I know it dropped around this vicinity. Boy, if it dropped in this purse, good luck finding that. I got so many papers in here. Thought it fell on the floor. I don't see it. But yeah, that's what my mom thinks. She thinks that he's gonna end up following me. And like I said, I'm not gonna let him live on the street, but I mean, I can't. How I look like trying to be with somebody else, meet somebody or whatever, still living with my husband. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no man in their right mind gonna believe that I am not sexually involved with my husband and he lives here. You know what I'm saying? Even now, when people know that, yeah, me and my husband live together, whatever, but we're not together, they're like, yeah, okay. Like, yeah, I'm serious. We're not. We are not. That's why I came out here and slept on the couch, because not only is it better for me physically, it also, I don't have to do any of that stuff, because sex brings back feelings, and I don't want those feelings to come back at all. Like, at all. I would much rather just no. I don't want it to come back. Yeah, I lost that pill. Oh well. Because I had dumped them all on my hand. Well, not all of them, but I had was dumping one in my hand, and one of them jumped out of my hand. It had to have fallen in this purse. And it is going to take a miracle to find it in here, because I got all these papers. Oh, here it goes. All right, put that back. I got all these papers and a whole bunch of crap in there. I just use that for storage. I use it for storage. Oops. Oh, I gotta pick that up. I dropped my vitamins. But been taking better care of myself. Doing what I gotta do. Oops, I'm sorry, Nina. Trying to take my nighttime meds, ma'am. I forgot. It's 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock in the morning. I didn't even take my gabapentin today either. Oops. Not tonight anyway. I forgot all about my meds. Did I take this today already? Yeah, I took this already. Took that earlier. Yep, I think I got it all. Night night, Nina. Night night, Booger Wolf. Oh, her so pretty. Well, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. I'm going to eat and lay down and go to sleep. But I've vented a little bit. That's true, Karen. Even the kids, it's been a huge change for them. Because they went from knowing me one way to dogs are in there barking. Went from me being one way, out working, things like that, to being in the house 99% of the time, to now I'm getting back out, you know, getting back to myself. And that's the change went both ways. It went from, oh, we're not used to my mom, being sick like this and had not being able to do much, to, oh, now I'm another change. Now mom's back to doing it and can't help herself. Always got to have an attitude problem. Definitely, Pam. Definitely. But it's going to be all right. It is a mutual thing. So hopefully it won't get out of hand. And, you know, hopefully he doesn't think that this is just all talk and eventually I'll stay with him. But he already put the nail in the coffin by having another relationship. So, hey, you got who you want, and I got who I want myself. I'm not going to break up no happy home, you know, stay with her, be with her, whatever. That makes you happy. That's all I want is for you to be happy. And then I want to be by myself so I could be happy. I can make myself happy. And if somebody comes along that has the ability to make me change my mind, we'll see. We shall see. But I don't know. Don't know, y'all. I don't know. 'Cause it seems like I know the saying, all men are the same, and I know that's not true. I know it's not true. And my husband hasn't been a horrible person. Like, they've been like horrible. But the closer it's getting to us moving, and he knows that me and the kids are going one way and him and his puppies are going another, it's getting to a point where like he has to learn how to find a house. He has to learn how to call and get the lights and the electric and I mean and the gas and the water on. He has to learn how to do all that, you know? I'm always the one doing the phone calls. Hell, I'm the one that always has to talk to the doctor when he's at the doctor because he don't understand nothing. Um, I'm the one that makes the appointments. Like if he wants something to eat through DoorDash or something, I'm the one that has to do it because he don't know how to do none of that. Only thing he know how to do is maybe go on Facebook and text. Like he don't know how to do all that stuff. So it's always been me. But he'll realize it. Especially if this other girl ain't on it. You know what I'm saying? He'll figure it out. And I'm good with it. I'm at peace with it. I really am. Thank you, sweetheart. Yep, I'm at peace with it. My son's got me a whole bunch of stuff for Christmas, like new plates, new pots and pans, new silverware. They got me a new crock pot because my other one broke because I threw it. Um, what else? Oh, a new TV. So I mean, I'm gonna let my husband have all the other stuff that's here. You know, he can take the dishes and stuff that are here. That way, he don't have to worry about that. And hey, it is what it is. It's gonna be really weird though, being like single. It is gonna be weird, very weird, especially since my kids are gonna be gone as well. You know, that's gonna be even weirder. And I can see myself going into some sort of depression there in the beginning because I will be alone with my animals. You know, thinking back on when my kids were little, when things were good, when everything was fine, and all the vacations we took and the trips we took to Six Flags and all that stuff, all the different things we did, Wisconsin Dells and just all that stuff that we did. But I want my kids to enjoy and, you know, explore life. I want them to have a happy life. So they're all really good kids. I have really good kids. Now that daughter of mine, oh we her mouth, Lord Jesus. But still she works every day. She still does her classes. She just does them online. And, just trying to instill in my kids that they don't want to be like this. Don't settle for somebody just because, There's a lot of red flags. There always have been. So just, it'll be hard at first. It will be. I know it'll be. And I don't want to run into the arms of the first man that shows me attention or, you know, wants to be with me. You know what I mean? No. It's gonna take a lot for somebody else to be with me. I'm telling you that right now. A lot. I'm stuck in my ways. I have no problem changing for the best, in a positive way, but I am stuck in my ways. I'm almost 40 years old and I do things a certain way. I like things a certain way. I like my house a certain way, and it's gonna take a lot. It's gonna take a lot for me to find somebody to match my energy. It is, because there's a lot of people who get annoyed by me because I talk so much. Or I'm so hyper. They get annoyed by me. But if you can have a good conversation with me and you're just as involved and active in that conversation as I am, that's a plus, because I can hold a conversation for up to 14, 15 hours at a time. But communication is key. If you don't communicate something with me, how am I supposed to know? I'm not a mind reader. But it's also not what you say, it's how you say it. I don't want no disrespectful mess. Yes, every couple has their arguments. Yes, they do. But I'm not just going to settle for somebody just because I'm alone. Ain't going to happen. Hell, I'm already alone. They just in the house. My kids are always at work or at school, or my boys, but I don't live here. My boys are either at work or at school all the time, and he's either asleep or at work or gone. So I am here most of the time by myself. And I've learned how to keep myself busy, when I'm not at work. And I just kind of find different things to do and work on myself. Definitely, Lynn. Change is definitely hard. But it's time to let go. We're both unhappy, and that's not fair to us or our children. So I'm content. I am. I'm not one of those women. I don't get jealous. Okay. I can't. Like some of my friends are like, they're super jealous over their boyfriends and stuff. And I'll be like, how in the world can you I'm not. I've never been the jealous type at all. You want to go off and do whatever? Have fun. Whatever. I know what I got. I know what I'm worth. I know that. So all it takes is a quick phone call and I'll be with somebody. You know what I'm saying? But I'm choosing to be single. I'm choosing to be alone. I'm choosing to be by myself because I'm choosing me for once in my life. I got the one more kid that needs to get out of school and go off to college, and then it's officially just me. And hell, after that, we'll see what happens. Yep, communication, trust, and a support system. I mean, it's amazing the support system that I have between my family and my friends. Like, it truly is. They've really helped me not get angry over some of the things he says and stuff. And I just, you can tell that he's like on the fence. Like, he doesn't want a divorce. He doesn't. But then again, he does. And I think he's going through a midlife crisis. Like, seriously, I think that, because he started having kids when he was 15 years old, he, I think he's wanting to live this single life. But at the same time, he wants to be with me, and it's either A, because he doesn't want me to be with anybody else, or B, he just wants to be with me. Because he has made comments, you know? Like one comment he made, he said, I'm not going to let you live by yourself, right? And I'm like, what? What do you mean, let me live by myself? And then he said, no, nothing. You know what I mean? And you try to act like a tough guy after that. I'm like, what are you talking about? But I don't know. If we ever were to stay together or break up and then get back together type of stuff, he needs to go to counseling. I'm not going to stay with him if he doesn't. Because he has a lot of issues. He has a lot of anger issues. He has a lot of controlling issues. And, then you got me. I ain't I'm good. I will fight you back. I will argue with you back. No, sir. Not gonna happen, home skillet. He definitely needs counseling because I want him to have a happy life. We got plenty of years left to go in our life. I want him to be happy. I want him to be, I want him to live a good life. And that good life isn't meant to be with me, then fine. I'm perfectly fine with that. I've accepted it. I struggled there for a minute, but I've accepted it. I'm okay. I'm okay with it. I am okay. Yeah, he wants his freedom to run around without, telling me where he's going or what he's doing. Or, at least, communicate with me like, hey, I'm going such and such for a little bit or whatever. Because I do that to him. Like if I'm going somewhere, well, I used to, I'm trying to get out of that habit because I still do it sometimes, but it's like, I don't have to tell him where I'm going or anything. But I still have that habit of saying, hey, I'm going to such and such house for a little bit or whatever. But I don't have to do that. So, you know, he wants that. And then he also wants me to be here. And I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be all right. He going to be all right. I don't know. Maybe there'll be a live one day where I tell y'all we decided to stay together and, he decided to go to counseling and try to make it work again. Or there'll be a live where I'll come on and say, guys, I got my own new place without him. We'll see. But it looks like more towards that. Because I've given up. I've accepted it. I'm at peace with it. I want him to be happy. I don't want to argue. I don't want to fight. I ignore him if he does, and I just want us to be peaceful. And I told him that. Like I want this to be peaceful. I don't want any of the fighting and arguing and all that stuff. Like just because you know that I'm, leaving doesn't mean we have to argue, you know? Did this to himself. I realized I'm in my 30s and I want to be happy. I want him to be happy. So it'll be all right. He's a wonderful father. He's a great friend. But relationship wise, nah, it ain't working. Uh-huh. Right. But if he doesn't want the marriage to end, I've already told him how I felt. He would make the changes. But I'm content with being by myself at this point. So I don't even know if I would ever even accept the fact if he asked me to come back. Hey, hey. So I don't even know if I'd ever even accept it. Well, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get off here, eat my food. Them dogs in there barking. They're ready for me to come back in there. And I cannot be on live eating and dealing with them at the same time because they be big and trying to take my food. But it was good talking to you guys. I love you guys very, very much. Thank you for this live was not intended on talking about my divorce, trust and believe. But it was good to see in the comments that how many of you are or were dealing with the same thing, you know? And I think, even though you guys look at me as a content creator, a lot of you have realized that I'm just a normal person like you. Exactly, Karen. That's the biggest thing. I got to get away from the stress of anything, Normal life stresses is whatever, but any other stress, unnecessary stress, no, I gotta get away from that. And I am. Well, the next live we'll be doing a reaction. Um, I'm going to squeeze the members in here sometime this week. Um, but yeah, next live will be a reaction. So I don't know if it will be tomorrow or Wednesday or when it will be, but looks like I've been going live almost every day. I've done over 60 hours of lives and ain't making not a dollar. Like a full-time job. But I actually like doing it. I like talking to you guys. So thank you guys so much for being here. If anybody has sent super chats that I didn't see or cash apps that I haven't seen, thank you guys so much. Please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. That helps the channel grow pretty much. And you can share the video out if you would like. I appreciate you guys so very much. Please stay safe. And I will see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.